Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be doing my October TBR, and it's been a while since I've picked my monthly TBR, and like having a set one, because in the summer months I like to just mood read and pick up whatever I want. So now that it's officially fall, I felt like it was time to get back into sticking to a TBR. So I got my new TBR jar out and I put some new prompts in there that also correlate to fall. So we're gonna pick 7 books, I think, in here, because on average I think I read about like 14 books a month, and there are other ones that I'm going to include in this video that I'm not picking from a prompt because they're just books that I want to get to anyway in October. So let's pick our first prompt. The first one is a book set around Halloween. So let's see. I know this one is by Agatha Christie, called Halloween Party, where this 13-year-old girl boasts that she once witnessed a murder. No one believes her, so she leaves, and then she ends up found dead. So that one I know sets around Halloween. I have more in the back. I think that's the only one I have, actually. So I guess we're going with this one, which I wanted to read anyway, obviously, because it's a Halloween book. So that will be our first book. And our second prompt, a book with a person on the cover. I feel like I have a bit of those. Let's see. We have The Graham Effect, The Good Part, You with a View. I think I'm gonna, well, this is the back of a person. Does that really count? I've just been really loving Fredrik Backman's books right now because I just finished A Man Called Ove, and I love that book, so I think I want to read another one of his. So I'm going to pick this one for this prompt. Alright, our third prompt. A book you think you will rate 5 stars. I have a lot of Kristen Hanna books, and I always rate her books very highly, so I feel like those are a possibility. I feel like I've heard really good things about this. Haley Pham raves about Vari McFarlane's books. This one's called Just Last Night, and she's given every single one of Vari McFarlane's books a 5 star, so I feel like this one could have potential. And the back is just mainly more witchy books, which I don't think I would rate 5 stars. Just got this book, The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna, which like I said, I feel like I always rate her books very highly. I also have some more books like on this back shelf that are kind of TBR. I'm between Kristen Hanna, The Great Alone, and Just Last Night by Vari McFarlane. I feel like I'm going to read this Kristen Hanna book anyway, or it might fit another prompt. I don't know. And all my other books that I've picked so far look the same. So I think I'm going to go with Just Last Night by Vari McFarlane, just to add a romance in there. Okay, so that's 3 books. 4 more to go. Book with an orange or brown cover. I pulled these 2 books. This one has orange, obviously, and so does Happiness for Beginners. So I guess it's going to go back on our TBR. It was just meant to be that we read this month. So we'll choose that one for that prompt. Okay. Wait. 3 more. A cozy fantasy. Let's see. Most of my cozy fantasies I put on this shelf. These are fantasies, but I think The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields is a cozy fantasy. I also really want to read the next Emily Wilde book in the series. It's the second book that came out in September. So I think I'm going to pick this one. Okay, 5th prompt. Oh, A Dark Academia. And I feel like I specifically put this one in there so I would read The Secret History by Donna Tartt, because this has been on my TBR for too many years, like maybe 3 years. So hopefully we'll read this one this month. I think it's the only Dark Academia book I have. These might be like Education and Malice, but I think this one just is like the best pick for that prompt. Okay. Next one, A Small Town Romance. I think these, the B.K. Borison ones, are small town romances. Yeah, the first sentence on the back says, a small town baker learns to raise her expectations for love with some help from a handsome local teacher in this sunny romantic comedy. So I guess this will be going to our TBR. And then we have one more prompt to read. I kind of want like a thriller or like a more like a witchy spooky book, because I have like some in the back, which those will be books I read anyway, whether they're on my TBR or not. But trying to, they all get stuck on each other. What's this? A new release. What just came out? Oh, I know this was just recently released. Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. This one is like traditionally published. I don't actually know the first time that it came out. Originally 2022. I also have this new Matt Haig book, The Life Impossible. This one's the newer one, but or Percy Jackson. This just came out. Second book in the whatever the series is called, the Senior Year Adventures, I guess is what it's being called. This one's called The Wrath of the Triple Goddess. So we need to pick between these 3. Let's see how many genres I have on here. So I have 1 murder mystery. I have 2 literary fictions, a fantasy, and 2 romances. Oh wait, I already have 7. I think I don't know how to count. I've already picked 7 books, but we'll still pick another one. We'll have 8 this time. Okay, so I think I could do another fantasy. I think a fantasy would be best. So I think I'm gonna pick Fear the Flames, because I'll probably end up reading this anyway. It's one of those books that's on my more immediate, like in the back of my mind, like that I want to read, so I'll probably get to it anyway. Okay, So those are all the books that I've picked from these TBR prompts. So let's go back through them. Okay, so first we had a book set around Halloween, and I picked Halloween Party by Agatha Christie. Then we had a book with a person on the cover, and I picked Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. Then a book you think you will rate 5 stars, and I picked Just Last Night by Vari McFarlane. A book with an orange or brown cover, I picked Kristen Hanna's The Great Alone. A cozy fantasy, and I picked Wilde's Map of the Other Lands. A dark academia, and I chose The Secret History by Donna Tartt. A small town romance, I picked Mixed Signals by B.K. Borison. And the last prompt is a new release, and I picked Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling, which is really just it's new as in it's sold in bookstores now. So those are the books that we chose from these TBR prompts. And then the other books that are kind of like on my radar that I want to read in the month of October, I said I wanted to read Percy Jackson. I also just got the first book in the Discovery of Witches series. Well, it's called All Souls series, but it's just called A Discovery of Witches, the first book. So I really want to try to read this one in October, like the other books in the series. And then my witchy books on this side, I have kind of too many, maybe. The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic, Happy Medium by Sarah Adler, Casket Case, and then I also have In Charm's Way by Lana Harper, but this one's not like a main priority, but it's just one of the other witchy books I have, and these aren't really witchy, I don't think. I think this is the only one that is that way, but these are all just like little fantasies that I felt like would do good in fall, but obviously I don't have to read them in October. I feel like November would still be fine. So those are all the books that I am wanting to read in October. If you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought of them in the comments, and give this video a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!